Drop a like in the next 5 seconds or your game might crash when you're watching the Doomsday Live Event. Do you want a free gift or cosmetic from the item shop?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck as I'm now gifting new or old subscribers every day, so make sure to hit the big red button and also let me know in the comments your Epic Games ID so I can send you your free gift. And if you subscribe right now, you potentially could be our 1.7 millionth subscriber. Also, don't forget to use code FriendlyMachine in the item shop if you buy anything or gift anybody else, and let me know in the comments down below if you have done this so I can heart it to show my appreciation for supporting the channel. Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video. So as of recently, we've seen a ton of hype surrounding Season 3, with the extension of both the live event that we're going to be discussing in today's video and this next season. The attention seems to switch between both, considering we're seeing leaks pertain or information surface to both pour out at the same time. Yesterday, as mentioned though, for Season 3, we had a bombshell dropped on us with these teasers or actual screenshots portraying what the theme of the next season would be, not only the official PlayStation or game icon when going to load up the game when this new season is released, but also some other PlayStation screenshots confirming that this wasn't fake, and finally a leaked full screen image of what this shows in the icon itself, which definitely indicates in itself the flooded or underwater theme that we had suspicion of for this next season. And considering these teasers now confirm or directly correlate with more secrets revealed by the day contained within this trailer, that this, all the time ago in Season 9 when it was released, was pointing toward what would happen in Season 13 or Chapter 2 Season 3, I figured it was only right today to not only discuss all the new leaked details of what's going to be going on or how the Doomsday event is going to look in-game live, but also a trailer in hype or preparation of it occurring or unfolding as mentioned in this extension article for not only Chapter 2 Season 3, but the Doomsday Live event itself, now set to occur on June 6th at 2 PM ET 2020. That's the best I can explain what's going to be happening not only to end off this season, but as we approach the end of this timer, now reaching nearly its 72-hour countdown. And trust me guys, you won't want to miss anything today, so make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing to have everything interlinked together that perhaps seems complicated, or at least understand fully everything that's going to be going down in this live event, as now we've seen all the leaks we're going to, perhaps pertaining to this, as our final update that you will know of, v12.60 with downtime, has already commenced. Quickly before we move any further into the video, I'd just like to remind you guys that if we can hit 50,000 item shop supporters using code FriendlyMachine before the release of Season 3, I'm going to be doing a huge 100 Battle Pass gifting spree to my subscribers, so make sure to enter the code now, because if we hit 50,000 item shop supporters, you're 100 times more likely to have the Season 3 Battle Pass gifted personally off me. Alright, so with everything out the way now, we need to start from the very beginning of when Doomsday was initially leaked, and obviously give you guys all the information until now before we showcase this trailer. Firstly, starting out with the Doomsday hatches being leaked in a certain update, and then added when that downtime lifted around the agency in this pentagonal pattern, 5 of which then reside under the water. At first nobody knew the purpose of these, and they literally didn't show much considering the hatches are shut, which are eventually set to open, which we're going to be mentioning very shortly and proving through strings or coding. But in the next update after the initial implementation of these under the water surrounding the agency, they started glowing what seemed to be this kevolutionary liquidized form of Kevin the Cube energy that could only be seen either from far above or actually going inside these hatches themselves in replay mode. It was also around this time where Midas made his first appearance of his quarters being accessible anyways, considering there's been timers on all of these throughout the season stage to be unlocked, and upon entering here for the first time, people not only noticed in the background a separate room which is codenamed the Doom Room, obviously controlled by Midas, meaning he's going to activate this Doomsday device or event as a whole, but data miners managed to go in off-camera mode, view in here and actually give us our first good look of this Doomsday device, despite from what we could see of meshes in the files that were put in. As the days passed and obviously this device started to activate, and this timer was implemented not only in our lobby screen but next to Midas in his agent quarters but not in the Doom Room, these Doomsday hatches under the water surrounding the agency have finally activated in their first live event stage or purpose, as they're now bubbling as if they're going to be opened soon or something is going to be let out upon the hatches all opening. Despite these hatches being our first indicator or literally literally string of coded actual assets put into the game from the files to do with the Doomsday Event and the fact they're underwater. We also had simultaneously added, at the time of the Doomsday hatches being put under the water surrounding the agency, the No Sweat insurance building plastered with pieces of what seemed to be a jigsaw puzzle poster, which we can actually see in their full form from not only hitting them and then going into replay mode, but data miners obviously managed to get their hands on these early, determining the outcome or aftermath of the Doomsday Event after it occurs toward the end of the season, as this then would largely affect the theme of what's being implied here for Chapter 2 Season 3 in that next cinematic trailer. And yes, these are official Season 13 teasers, as mentioned in the coding that data miners obviously found when going through what strings they were under. Speaking of underwater, and this being the implied theme of not only the next season but what's going to be caused after the live event occurs or during it, Firemonkey managed to find in this most recent update contained in the file strings related to us not only going underwater at some point in Fortnite but during the live event itself actually happening. Obviously this has initially been tested right in front of our eyes in the Travis Scott Astronomical concert/event in our map instead of Party Royale, which all other artists will have their collaborations now performed in at the main stage or on the big screen. And in case you guys never got to witness the concert, whether in-game live or actually across social media, or have simply forgotten what underwater does look like when swimming, as it was a one-time only thing during this concert, here is some gameplay of what to expect it to also look like during this happening or being the case of us swimming underwater in the Doomsday Live event. Despite this string of coding cue being leaked from the files by data miners, there were also another whole list of things pulled that we can expect to be happening so that you guys perhaps can get the best possible view to witness this live in-game again on June 6th, 2020 at 2 PM Eastern Time. Before we show that though, this should be the live event implemented around the time of it happening, literally hours before or 30 minutes, called the Device, and this is the loading screen of which we will all see despite our custom enabled one in our locker, stating also his machine is ready, meaning the Doomsday Device, and also a question is proposed to us: can the storm be broken? Also linking before we show the commenced sequences of this live event lead by Firemonkey in our map right now. If you haven't noticed, most of the first, if not all of the first storm circles that close in every normal match now, or even Team Rumble, are kind of off in terms of where the circle is initially positioned to then land upon this storm fully closing in for the first time. With this to be exactly expected upon the LTM going live, upon hopping into it, here are now all the gameplay cues of what's going to be happening in order, which doesn't perhaps spoil much considering there's no screenshots, but Firemonkey tweeted out the following: potential spoilers, new gameplay cues, event related, can trigger knock, gravity rocks, ground smoke, energy impact, rain starts, rain ends, storm out, water impact, wind push, in storm, lightning strike, and final teleport, meaning perhaps we're also going to be transported to another in-between dimension, just like we were for the split seconds or minute during the Butterfly Season 6 Chapter 1 live event. These current in-game sequences are unknown of what they'll look like, but perhaps our final leak before the event occurs itself, despite this LTM that I've just shown you guys that will literally look exactly like that but be called the Device, is the in-game countdown timer positioned above the agency, implying that yes, this statue will be replaced with the Doomsday Device surging power into it, with many cables scattered throughout the agency itself. And Retail 8 managed to position this in-game early despite Spadicy leaking screenshots, and here is what this golden, for the first time ever, in-game countdown timer will actually look like, which I'm guessing is going to be only added 48 hours or around that margin before the event occurs itself, considering we're already 4 days before the live event on our live event timer in our lobby screen, and also shown in Midas's quarters. Speaking of Retail 8 and obviously his ability to drag things into the game early, we had a ton of screenshots of the destroyed agency or what's going to be happening just before the live event as a result of the Doomsday Device being uplifted below from the Battle Pass HQ or the Doom Room into it, and he's actually managed to pull this into the game early, so you guys have a good idea of what to expect the agency to not only look like during or after the Doomsday Live event, but now you'll be able to compare the current version before this actually happens in-game. As mentioned at the start of the video, we also have a Doomsday Live event hype or build-up trailer made by MacMax, who will be linked in the video description down below, and this not only shows how the Doomsday event will look upon the device being activated at the agency, but even its aftermath, and I'll just let you guys watch as it's very short but also at the same time action-packed. So that trailer was insane, and make sure to check MacMax out, linked in the video description down below. But now is the moment you've all been waiting for, or ultimately wondering about, as briefly shown at the start of the video, some early gameplay of this live event. And obviously, because there's so much hype surrounding it, with people like MacMax making trailers, another creator managed to create not only a creative island of the agency and the Doomsday device positioned on it, but the full event of what it will basically entail, with the Doomsday hatches, the device being activated, and all of the weather/aftermath changes. I'm going to be letting you guys watch that now, so make sure to watch until the end to get a full insight, as this is very accurate of what the Doomsday event will entail. And I'll also leave a link to this island code so you can witness it for yourself on your own console or platform in the video description down below. But before you leave today, don't forget to slap a like in the video if you enjoyed or learned anything new, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on so that you don't miss the upload, especially despite my other ones, of the Doomsday Live event when I upload it in its raw form straight after it occurs, in case you guys can't perhaps witness it on June the 6th at 2 PM ET. Finally, now you guys can sit back, relax, enjoy this early gameplay of the live event created by Tony TC, and let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below, so I hope you all enjoy.